What's going on, everybody? Subby here at the Storm Track Weather Center. Hey, I've been kind of quiet on social media over the last couple of days as I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. Got that bug that I guess a lot of people are suffering from what I gather. So I got a little second wind this afternoon, so I thought I'd spend it here with a video, let you guys know what we've got going on as we get closer to that Christmas holiday. I know a lot of you are going to be out traveling and would like to kind of know what to expect weather wise. And we are in that active cycle, the active stretch of the LRC cycle that and it started back here yesterday. So we're going to start to see some storm systems. They will start to stack up out in the Pacific, make their way into the Midwest, and eventually affecting our west central Missouri weather. So let's just start off with today. We're a little cooler than what we had been the last couple of days. We have a little front that has moved through, bringing northwest winds into our area. And of course, up to 20-mile-per-hour gusts today can be expected. So we're only going to be in the lower 40s. And of course, with that northwest wind, it's going to feel a lot cooler than 43 degrees out there today. So now, as we go through the overnight, I'm just going to put this kind of into motion. You'll notice what direction our wind changes out of as we go into tomorrow morning. You notice our wind now starts coming up from the south-southwest. So that is going to kind of warm us up a little bit, almost into hitting that 50-degree mark tomorrow. So this yo-yo up and down temperature swings we've been having is continuing. And one thing to note too, because we're going to start to get these light southwest wind, it's going to be affecting some moisture and some warmer air into the area tomorrow morning. Please keep an eye out for fog in the morning. So especially if you're commuting, say up to Kansas City, or commuting down south into Springfield or Warsaw area, you might take a look and see if we will be under any kind of dense fog advisory for in the morning. You might want to take out a few minutes early tomorrow morning because of that. But just something of note, something that I noticed on the last couple of runs, we're going to get just enough moisture and warm air pumping in the morning with those light winds could create some pockets, at least, of some dense fog. So just a little side note. And then, of course, as we continue on through the week, notice this low pressure system is going to be creating some snow events up here in Chicago, up over the Great Lakes and into Michigan and Wisconsin, and eventually push its way off into the Northeast. And as we go into the weekend, it looks like we're going to have mainly a dry weekend for us here in west central Missouri. Now, as we go into Sunday night and Monday, there will be a disturbance that's going to be moving through our area that's going to provide a focus for some light showers in west central Missouri on Monday. I'm not expecting it to be a whole lot, maybe a tenth of an inch of rainfall Sunday night into Monday, but then we fall underneath a huge ridge as we go into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it wouldn't surprise me if we even hit 60 degrees on Christmas Day and sunny skies. So we are going to have some warmer temperatures for Christmas Day, but then we start to see these storm systems stack up one after another, starting on the day after Christmas all the way into that first week of 2025. And you see the first storm system right now. This is Christmas late afternoon, and this is a low pressure system centered right around Colorado, eastern Kansas, and that is going to be a focal point for some showers and thunderstorms on Thursday and Friday after Christmas. Now, this is the one that I'm really watching very closely, as there is potential, the ingredients are there, to see some strong to severe storms as we go into Thursday and Friday after Christmas. So I've been kind of watching this here over the last 2 or 3 days, and it's going to have the moisture, the instability. We're going to have temperatures up there in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. So a lot of ingredients are kind of coming together. But I'll be updating that, of course, as we get a little bit closer to that time. And then after that storm system passes, then we have yet another storm system right behind it. And then we have another storm system up here in the Pacific ready to come down. And this is the one that you see sitting out here in the Pacific right now that could be a big winter weather maker for us as we go into that first week of January if the conditions are right. Now, one thing that I look at for those conditions is the AO. And I talked about this here last week when we talked about the LRC. We talked about the small influences besides the LRC that can affect our weather. And the AO is one of them. That stands for the Arctic Oscillation. And basically, it's a very simple process. And you see this neutral line, 0, all the way across here. So when the Arctic Oscillation is in the neutral phase or on the positive side, up here at the top of the graph, that means that the pressure up at the North Pole is very strong. That means it's very tightly wound up there in the Antarctica, and that cold air is going to stay up there at the North Pole. Now, when it begins to dip down into the negative, then it's not very strong. It's not very tightly wound. And actually, a storm system, excuse me, can tap into that and draw some of that Arctic air down into North America and into the Midwest. So what I'm looking at right now is a lot of the models are showing that the AO goes actually relatively deep into the negative values right around New Year's Day. So if that would happen, that means that we would have cold air in place, and that storm system that's sitting out there in the Pacific, as it comes across the Midwest, it's already going to have cold air in place, and we could see maybe our first winter storm of the season right after the first of the year. So definitely a lot of things to be looking at. It's exciting for me as a weather nerd. It's not very exciting if you're a snow lover wanting a white Christmas, and I do understand that. So that's about all I've got for today, guys. Like I said, I've been pretty quiet on social media. I'm hoping to be able to kick this bug here in the next 24, 48 hours. Hopefully be able to get back to the station and be able to get that information out to you guys. But hopefully this kind of gives you a little bit of an insight on what we can expect as we go into Christmas week. And of course, I will be constantly updating this as we get a little bit closer. So everybody stay weather aware, and we'll be talking to you soon.